Yeah, I ain't accomplishing much of anything today. Just getting back to getting this finished up. Come out here this afternoon or early this morning, mid-morning I guess, to go cut out some hay I mowed yesterday. And this tire was flat. It was soft yesterday. I put air in it. Come out this morning, it was completely flat. Yesterday, at least it was up in the air. Now I'm looking at this tire, I ain't getting too crazy about it. It's a BKT. Yeah, like I say, running till it blows. It's cracking out there. But anyway, this tire found a small pinhole, barely. They had to put it in soapy water to find it. It wasn't that big of a hole, but it was big enough it went flat. This tire went flat last fall. I don't know how many times this damn thing's gone flat. We put a new tube in it and stuff. And I'm almost certain, or figured, it's probably a thorn in there, because I brush hog with this tractor. I run over all kinds of brush and stuff. And you get a little thorn from the Molliflower roses. They might not go through right away, but over time, you'll get one that eventually works its way through, and it's hard to see. Anyway, like I say, this tire's gone flat on me probably at least a half dozen times. The tube that's in it is now patched for the third time in the exact same area. I mean, I got 3 patches within an area about this big on the tube. Now this time they did find, and it must not be that big of an area, but there's a scuff mark or an abrasion on the casing on the inside, so they put a patch on that. So hopefully between them 2 patches stuff, that'll go, because I can't afford to buy a new tire right now if I wanted to. But which might end up here anyhow. Like I say, this tire here is getting pretty well cracked up, splitting. That one there, I think that's an area that's probably been patched before. I can't see no cords anywhere, or maybe I can right here. There's some cords right there, but like I say, till it blows. So like last fall, that's what I did, because this tire kept going flat. That tire is actually off the white, and it's a little bit shorter tire. This is oh, what the hell size is that? These are 1016s. I think that one's a 1015. It's a little bit shorter, so it doesn't make that much of a difference. But I am going to be putting this tire back on, and this one will set off to the side for a spare in case that one blows or this one blows. But in the meantime here, when I took the tire off, I went to pull the tire off, and my wheel bearing's loose. Shouldn't be able to hear no clicking or see anything that there, so, which ain't that big of a deal. All you gotta do is take this cotter key out and turn this nut in. Put the cotter key back in. I don't think there's anything wrong with the bearing. I'm not pulling it apart to see. I think it's just loose. So that's the project I'm doing here right now. And like I say, by the time I get all this done, because I actually did some other running today, that where the hell is the end of it? Oh, it's there. Since I went to get the tire fixed, I went ahead and did some other running while I was at it, so that's pretty much killed this whole day. So, oh come on. All you gotta do is, everything wants to turn the other spot than what you want. Oh. Got it. Put it up there where I forget about it and lose it. Oh, nice. I took that up at least a turn and a half. It's just... Maybe take one more notch. I think I'll be just fine. I just gotta get them notches in the. Just should be. I'm gonna have to straighten out that cotter key and I'll get it back in. Yeah, I got that back in there now. Turns freely. Ain't no clicking noise in it, so that's good. That's one nice thing I like about tractors. They usually put these cups on that screw in. You don't have to sit there and try to drive them out. Okay, get that tightened up. Now I get this tire on and do the other side while I'm at it. Like I said, that pretty much is gonna kill the day. It's too late to go ted that hay anyhow. I ain't got much more drying time. And it ain't gonna hurt. It's stuff like this does not dry. I mean, it's a little bit riper than what this is, but young grass, it doesn't get the crimp to it. It's still got a lot of life to it. It takes a long time to dry out. And that was my plan, to ted it out today, ted it out tomorrow, and maybe hopefully Thursday it'd get down dry enough to bale. Hasn't been the best of drying day to hay today anyhow, because sun's been out, but it's been a little bit hazy. I mean, it's not high, hot, bright sun, barely any breeze. So, like I say, laying there today, it ain't really hurt nothing. I was going to go mow some more hay. That was the next plan. I was going to go ted that hay out real fast and then go mow another field of hay. And hopefully, like I say, by Friday, I would bale or something. But plans change, I guess. So that's what I got. And then I'm going to, like I say, hopefully, I'm going to get that white started. I still haven't. I know what I'm going to get. I got the drawbar figured out. I just don't have the money to order it or to get it. I was going to try to start that tractor the other day, but the battery's completely dead, and I'm hoping both batteries ain't junked. One battery is junk on it. I did buy a new battery, but as long as you ran it every day, it was fine. But since it's been sitting there, I did have it charged up. I had it started here about 2 months ago, 3 months ago, but the battery's just dead in it again, so I gotta figure out whether one battery is completely shot, both batteries are completely shot, get the battery charger on and charge it up. And like I say, hopefully get it started. That's kind of why I wanted this other tire. The one guy Farmer's Ground, he wanted a patch for pumpkins. And kind of wants, if I can, he wanted me to spread manure on it, and I should have done it beforehand, and I didn't. Well, I mentioned it, he didn't say yes. So I plowed it, and now he's asking me about manure on it. Well, I don't think spreading manure on that ground, discing in, is going to do any good if he wants to dig in that ground through that manure and stuff. If it was already plowed under and mixed in the soil, it's something different. So I thought, well, maybe I'll plow or spread some fertilizer. I got probably half a ton of fertilizer left here from last year. It's kind of dampish. It's not going to go through a planter or drill if I did plant anything that well anyhow, but maybe I could put it through the spreader, and if I could take over 300-400 pounds of that to get rid of it and spread it on there and then go work it in for them. But I kind of like to use that tractor, but we'll see. So I'll get back to this, and at least I might have it bad, but at least it ain't as bad as some other people have. I've told a story today here. The Conservation District bought a brand new 10-foot Great Plains no-till grain drill, and they rent it out. And it's mainly for people to do cover crops, probably seed down CRP acres or something. But they ran it out so you can plant soybeans or whatever if you want to, so people can no-till. Brand new drill. This guy got the drill. He was the second one to use it. Only had 5 acres on it when he got it. The guy before him planted, 5 acres of oats or whatever he did with it, and then hosed it off, rinsed it off for everybody. Well, I guess he didn't realize how opened up the seed tubes are for on the grass seed. Got water down in that, and all of them had seed left in them, and it sprouted. So you got this mess of roots of sprouted seed in these tubes. And this guy said he had a hell of a time getting them cleaned out, but he did 7 acres with it. So this drill at this point now has 12 acres, less than 15, you know. Next guy that used it went off down the road with it, didn't disengage the clutches on it. I guess it's got a clutch on each side, burnt them out. So right now this brand new drill with less than 15 acres is sitting as a doorstop, waiting, hopefully just waiting for parts of them clutches. But that's the case you get when you lend something out to somebody, rent it out, and they don't know what they're doing, never used it before, don't know how to work it. Shit like that happens, just ruin the thing. So nobody's using it at the moment. Well, I came down here to play with this battery a little bit. This tractor has 2 6-volt batteries, one on this side and one on that side. And the other day I did try to put the battery charger on this, and since they run in, I always get mixed up. The way they're connected, this is the negative here, it's positive there. You connect this to the negative battery terminal on that battery, and the positive goes to the starter. Hooking positive to negative makes this a 12-volt battery, or 12-volt system then. If we ran the positive to the positive, then it would be 6 volts. Well, when I charged it the other day, I charged it as a 12-volt. I put the connected to this negative and that positive on that side, and the charger kept kicking out and wouldn't charge it. So I just got my tester out here now. Right now I got the batteries disconnected. This battery has 6.1 volts, which would mean that's good there. I'm gonna go through and test the rest of it. But when I hooked up to that other battery, it wouldn't even turn this tester on. Yeah, it's in vehicle, we'll put it there. Regular, cold cranking amp. Probably, glare, you're probably not going to see this. This thing is all scratched up. 975 cranking amps. Testing. Yeah, it says replace battery, but it's reading 6.15 volts. Resistance 2.39. I think this battery's alright, just needs to be charged. I'm going to bring the charger out and put it on this battery. Well, I'm going to hook to the other battery first too, but I'm pretty sure that's got its shorted cell in it. I mean, if it's reading absolutely nothing, it's usually an indication it's a bad cell. Like I said, I do have another battery because one of these did test bad, had problems there, well, it'll be over a year ago now. So I bought a battery. I hate replacing them singles. Should replace them in pairs. But when you're talking almost $200 for a battery, if one's testing good, you know, why replace it? That's the only problem though. With that one reading 6 volts, that means them cells are good. If it was reading less, like I say, this one here probably would read 2 or 3 volts, which would mean they either got a shorted cell, because it's got 3 cells to it, and 6-volt battery would mean each cell's around 2 volts. So I'm pretty sure that's what the problem is. This battery's going to be junk. But I'm going to bring the charger out and see if it'll charge it on its own without... See if this one kicks out and then hook it to that one, see if it charges, and then I'll know this battery's bad, and I got a new battery for it. So we'll see what happens there. Yeah, I got this hooked up here. Got it set for 6 volts, standard battery. Got it on 10 amps. Let's try it up to 20 amps. It's saying it's only 3.3 volts. 0% charge. And it's flashing that there warning. Try the trickle charge. I forget what all these, what it means, but it's not taking a connection to charge. So we'll go put this on the other battery and see what it does. Okay, got the other side hooked up. Change that to 6 volts. Standard battery. Put it on 10 amps. This one says about 55% charge. Testing 6.2 volts. Yeah, it didn't kick it out. 61%. I don't know if any of that's showing up or not. Doesn't look like it on my phone. It says charging in progress. How about you put it on 20 amps or just leave it on 10 amps? Let's slow charge it. But it's safe to say this battery's pretty much junk. So I have to get that battery out here. I'm going to need a new battery bolt here. This one's seized up. Like I say, if that will charge up, get that other battery in here. I'll get the tire back on this if I get it started, and maybe I'll be able to use it. Because like I say, I haven't used the fertilizer spreader. It's a 3-point hitch. It's just one of them small cone ones, so I don't need the drawbar. That won't make any difference. Like I just don't have the money to get this fixed here yet. I wish the hell it was. I put this on the tedder or something. I'll be needing the big tractors for that. But that looks like about all I'm going to get done here today. Unless something else, well, something else comes up, I can just put it in our video. So, thanks for watching. We'll catch up with you later.